very, 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 very long time. The last time I actually DJ for a crowd, tell her I was in Kenya in February.
Mm.
But then prior to that, it was I was in Ghana just doing a few parties here and there. But like performing to like massive crowd, it's been a few months. It's been about a good 6, 7 months. So it's
Are you
kind of
nervous?
nah. I think I'm just more of making sure that everybody has a good time when I'm playing, especially as well. So you
Mhm.
know, we go.
What, when it comes to you as a performer and kind of mixing it with your DJing talent as well, what do you try to do with your set that makes you different or makes you really connect with the crowd?
Well, it really depends on the length of the set. If I had like an hour and a half, I'll probably complement it with some traditional percussionists or some dancers, whatnot. But if it's a 30-minute set, you just have to make sure that you go all guns blazing. But you also have to communicate with the people. If it means jumping into the mosh pit, dancing with a couple of people as well. I
Mhm.
like to throw out like whistles and glow in the dark glasses as well for people to just like grab and just vibe to as well.
Not the
Um,
glow in the dark. We're
oh
talking
yeah, but
aesthetics
actually,
now.
now that I think about it, it won't even bang because the sun will still be up. But that type of vibe, whistles and horns,
Mhm.
that type of thing. Just create an energy where it's just like vibes, and then obviously you're just dropping bangers, but then at the same time you're taking people back into time, a
Mhm.
nostalgic song where it's like, oh my god, I remember that song, and then it's just like, oh my god, this is a banger, to
Mhm.
the point where people don't know what to do with themselves, literally. That's
I love
kind of like
that.
where I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So,
Do you
yeah,
ever get the urge when you're on stage to ever jump in and crowd surf or do anything
absolutely not.
crazy?
Absolutely not. Nah, I've seen it go left. However, I will encourage the mosh pits and stuff.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I
Oh,
mean?
you're a mosh pit person. Okay. I'm gonna
No,
start
no, no,
creating.
no, no, no. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not a mosh pit person. I'm a mosh pit encourager. So, I'll be like, you know, bigger than that, bigger than that, bigger than that, bigger than that,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
literally, drop the tune, this, that, the third. But I think the way I'm trying to go with this, it's not really a mosh pit thing. It's really more of a, wind your ways type of thing. I think the aim is to make sure that you know the man them
Mm-hmm.
can have friendly wines,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't have to escalate.
What do you mean it doesn't have to
You know,
escalate?
some guys get too excited when they get, a little wine and stuff like that. So I'm just
Yeah.
making sure that it's nice and calm. Everybody has fun, and then that's it. Cause me, I like, that's the type of music that I like. Everybody, the girls feeling sexy, and then the guys are also like turning up, that type of thing as well. So, you know,
Okay, so you're coming to bring that sexy flavor to No
yeah,
Limit on
man.
Saturday,
That's
yeah?
that's that's actually that is
Hey,
actually the aim. That is actually the
hey.
aim, and
Well,
it's a
I'm
perfect time as well.
excited.
So yeah.
I'm excited for that because as well with the heat, the sun, we outside. It's Freedom Day. So what? Alongside yourself and your own performance, of course, you mentioned earlier we've got a really strong lineup like yourself, NSG,
Mm,
Millions, Western, Alakai, Harley. Who are
mm.
you most excited to see perform on Saturday?
Hmm. I mean, I've seen Afro B and NSG perform loads of times, and they always bring the energy, and it always just feels like those are your brothers and family on stage. Do you know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Do you think it's the beard that really gives that energy for him?
With Afro B,
Yeah. Do you think it? Do you
the
think all
beard,
that all that energy that he brings is stored in that beard of his?
nah. I think it's just the Ivory Coast in him. I'm not gonna gas him with the beard thing. That's not gonna happen. I think it's the Ivory Coast because Ivorians are very, you know, they like to party. So he always brings that energy when he's
Footstep is
performing as well.
crazy. Footwork is crazy with those as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
very. I don't know about Afrobeats footwork, but we'll probably see us out there. And NSG, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
those guys, they're just a wave in general. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Papi and OGD and Dope, and yeah, they're just the
Shocked you
vibe in general.
actually know the name of them, because I had this conversation with Alakai Harley yesterday, and I
Yeah.
asked her if she could name all of the NSG tribes. So can you name them all?
So we have Cruds, and we have OGD,
Uh-huh.
and them two are J5's brothers.
Okay.
Then we have Mojo.
Uh-huh.
Then we have Dope.
Uh-huh.
Then we have Pappy.
Uh-huh.
Then we have last one who I always don't know how to pronounce his name because of how he spells it. It's MXN something, but I've never really known how to pronounce his name. I don't want to say some madness and then it's wrong, but that's literally the six.
Okay, so you've actually named more than anyone on the live so far. Are you sure there's only six? Because I'm pretty sure every time I watch an NSG music video, there's somebody
Nah,
new
there's
each
six.
time.
There's six. There's six in the mandem. There's six
Right,
NSG in the mandem. But yeah, there's six
right,
members.
right. I see. Well done for breaking that down for us, because we actually had no clue.
Sorry about that.
So I have to have a request, please, because a lot of people have been sending this through and they want pure Jules bangers only. But how would you feel about playing Bad in your set?
How would I feel about
Playing your track Bad, featuring notes?
as in playing my music during my set?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because that's my absolute fire banger. That one's gonna make me emotional. So
Oh, Bad, really?
that.
You know,
Oh
it's
yeah, I love
interesting.
that song.
People have. I forget about that sometimes.
I know it's an old school one, but I love it. It's
Yeah.
my favorite Jules song.
No,
I have to be honest.
and it fits in with the theme, the sexy vibe that I was talking about. So it's perfect. So yeah, I've got
Oh,
yeah. If that's a request, I've got you.
that's my
Yeah, I've got
request.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We
I've
actually
got
have
you.
a question from someone in the live, so I'm just gonna ask that for them. They want to know, how can an upcoming artist get your attention?
Really don't know how to answer this question. It's very difficult because you get hit left, right, and center. But I think if somebody is really, really, really good and there's very strong potential, I would see it anyways. And so, you know, these days you need to be, for me anyway, it's being able to make good music and then at the same time being able to present that music in a way where it's going to be taken in properly. Otherwise, you just be making songs for fun and then just putting them out there. There's no point. Nobody's going to hear. Otherwise, you're just making songs for yourself and then you're listening to it yourself. So it just really needs to make sense in terms of how the song sounds and what the brand is saying as well. If there's room to build the brand, if the brand doesn't even need to be built at all, but the person is exceptionally talented and he or she is bringing something different. Because a lot of the music is pretty much the same these days. Do you know what I mean?
There we go. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. So bringing it back to Saturday, because of course that's why we're all here, because there's No Limit Festival Saturday, 24th of July. Gonna be a movie. When it comes to Saturday, of course,
Yeah,
excluding the fact that it's a black-owned festival, it's
absolutely.
London the Plug and her team, so you know it's going to be a shutdown. Why
Yeah.
should people go to No Limit, buy a ticket, and be there on Saturday?
To be honest, I'm surprised that they even tickets still available. But I mean, you need to think about it like this, right? It's the festival is very different in the sense where it seems like they're celebrating the DJs more than the artists as well. I think the DJs on there are ridiculous as well. Off the top of my head, I know Afrobeat and I are DJing, but I know Henry is DJing as well, and she's sick. Um, I think Heartless Crew is performing as well, and I know that they,
Yep, they are.
DJ as well. And I mean, it's just a sick lineup. Bill Gates is DJing, hello?
Yep.
So it's just like a very sick lineup of DJs who are gonna literally shut it down and get the crowd going. And then with regards to the artists as well, I mean, come on, Weston and Alakai Harley and Millions and NSG, those are very prolific, amazing artists from the UK that are going to bring you the summer island vibes that everybody needs. It's in an open space park. There's ample space to do what you want. Do you know what I'm saying? And
it's going to be
again,
food and refreshments.
it's black owned.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to imagine that there's going to be some sick Caribbean food as well. And I love Caribbean food,
Do
even though I'm African as
you?
well.
You know the levels. What's your
So
favorite Caribbean meal?
I'm looking forward to like having, you know, rice and peas and
Okay.
some mad oxtail. And if there is African food being served as well, then that
Yeah.
would even be like more points in itself. But it's just a nice day out. You know, the sun is going to be up. Everybody's going to be out drinking and vibing. I don't see any other reason why you can't literally just come up to St. Albans. It's not that long. And it's out of town as well. So it's not every day, you know, in the thick of, you know, London. Sometimes just step out a bit and then, you know,
Change of
do
scenery,
something
innit?
different.
St.
Yeah, man.
Springfield Farm. It's a nice open air
Listen,
countryside. You know, it's going to be vibes. I have to ask, Jules.
somebody keeps on calling me on the line, so apologies for that.
No problem, no problem. I wanted to ask though, because I've always wanted to know with someone like yourself, as a DJ and a performer, do you have a preference in what you prefer to do?
Do I have a preference in?
In what you prefer to do. So do you prefer to perform and put out music as an artist, or do you prefer to DJ?
Recently, I like to jump on the mic a lot and kind of like interact, but I don't like to do the whole madness and stuff. It really, really depends on my mood, to be honest. It depends on how much I've drunk and the levels of waviness as well, because then it makes me a lot more like I'm gonna like literally have fun. Do you know what I'm saying? I think maybe a few years back, I just come and DJ, and then see you later. That was it. But now I think it's just important to kind of like communicate, have a conversation, and see where everybody's mind is at, because you have to keep the vibes going, because there are more acts after me. So you need to make sure that the vibe is up and it's popping. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's always important to kind of like communicate with the people as well. For real.
That is so true. And also, what I wanted to know as well, because you mentioned very early on about you hope that there's going to be a bar. Now you're talking my language. So what are you going to be sipping on Saturday? What's your festival beverage?
This question is techie. It's techie. But, and hear me out, right? Jack Daniel, Tennessee honey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A splash of apple juice and pineapple.
A splash.
Let me know how you feel afterwards. That's all I'll say.
I've never
Jack
heard
Daniels, Jack Daniels Tennessee honey.
Okay.
And a splash of apple juice and pineapple juice with some little bit of ice, not too much. Write it down. Tell the people in the comments as well. Yeah, guys, listen, yeah.
What do you name that? Is that like the Juls special, or?
It's called Hit the Road Jack, because there's Jack. There's Jack in it as well. So yeah.